Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing Arsenal against the terrible Manchester City. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Right, so first off, we can look at this first goal that goes in here. We've got a lot to talk about today about how poor Man City are. And remember, football is simple, and it's all the little things that matter. So let's just first look at where his shoulders are, where his body shape is, which way he's facing, right? So what does that do? It means he's shut down that area behind him. The only way where he can play the ball is back into this area here. Now, this is key because we're going to talk about this a couple of times because there's so many times Arsenal play themselves into trouble and concede goals. Man City play themselves into trouble and concede goals on simple body shape and position. First off as well, look, you're playing a pass through these people pressing here instead of turning to the outside and playing it to your free player out here. This is poor. All you have to do is go on the outside of your foot, round this way, pass it out here, and all the danger is done. I don't know what you're doing here. Because look, he's already read this. You can see it. He doesn't even step towards the ball, really. It's just hung out. You've hung him out to dry. Now, here's the problem. Everyone's going to go, oh, he's made an awful mistake. Yeah, because his touch is poor, because he's panicking, because he's watching this ball come here, and he's watching this guy come in here, right? And he doesn't know where his next pass is going to go, because he can't pass it into here, because basically there's three Arsenal players surrounding him, waiting for him to do that. So he doesn't know what to do. There's no one here, so he can connect into this space here. So this poor lad's here. It's just absolutely hung out to dry. Here it goes. Fizz is in. Look, panicking, looking for the pass in there. Look, they've suddenly realised, whoopsie, one of us should have been here in this little gap, dropped in. It's not. So this is why he ends up having a bad touch, because he just doesn't know what to do. What he should do is just put his foot through it, clear it to the other side of the field, and then yell at his teammate for putting him in such a bad situation, because he doesn't have another option to pass to when he receives the ball. There's no one for him to knock the ball to. If he knocks it here, it's even worse. He wants to put it into this area here, but isn't comfortable because all he really sees is an Arsenal shirt. Probably can't see the Man City shirt this far up the field. So then, boom, look, you see, it's panic. That's why he loses the ball. That's the whole reason he loses the ball. It's not because his touch is bad or any other reason than that. He's just panicking. At this level, that matters. It really does. He panics and then Arsenal pounce. And watch this, right? As soon as they start pouncing, boom, 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 ping, straight in, onside. And when this happens, there's 1, 2, no Man City players. Absolutely none. Simple pass out wide here would have stopped the whole problem. Him clearing the ball, which he probably would have got pulled off the field by Pep Guardiola if he did actually clear the ball properly. So all those little things matter in football. They really do. Especially like what I mean those little things is that mindset of, right, I'm told I've got to keep the pass and the possession and keep passing it. And I've told these tropes before about places where I've been all over the world coaching, and you've seen talented players that won't do things because they don't want to lose possession of the football. They won't take players on because they'll lose possession, or they might lose possession, so they just don't try anything because they're so scared of not being put onto the field again because they lost the ball and all those sorts of things. But off Arsenal go, boom, straight in. Now it's just a case of, can you get yourself a goal? Because there's nothing stopping them. The keeper's hung out to dry. Everyone's because of a stupid pass, an absolute stupid pass. Everyone will be blaming the defender and not the pass. It's the pass. He's really hung out his teammate. There we go. In we come. And it's a simple goal. Let's move it on because we've got lots to talk about. There is a little bit of clowning around going on here with old yelling at Haaland and stuff. It's good to see in football. You've got to have rivalries, and it looks like Arsenal and Man City are building this little rivalry between themselves and yelling at each other all the time. And it's kind of what football's about. And I like to see it. It's good fun. It means they actually care about the game. Marcus Rashford. Yeah, but there we go. Let's move it on. Okay, this is, again, what I'm talking about, poor decision-making from Manchester City, and why I was highlighting that so much at the beginning of the video. Now, this is what the goalkeeper sees. No way on earth should you be passing the ball to this guy here. He's under too much pressure from behind. You are looking to put it probably into this area here. You've got 1, 2 players, and also you've got a static forward. When this ball's getting played, this guy should be looking to make a spin run straight over to this area right here. No interest in it whatsoever. Keeper's got the ball. Look, Dumpf. And even the pass is bad. I mean, even it's not even decent towards him. It's completely screwed his teammate. It's like, if my keeper give that, I just let him score. Go, what are you doing, keeper? I've got a man on me, right? Which normally I wouldn't mind in midfield if the defender is passing it to me. Why? Well, that's important, because if there's a defender here passing me the ball and I make a mistake, the defender's there to cover for me. If the goalkeeper passes it, there's no one to back up the goalkeeper. To back up the defender is the goalkeeper. So you can't be playing balls like this because there's no one to back you up, keeper. You're on your own. And only because Kai Havertz is pants, they didn't score another goal. But you can't be making decisions like this. I mean, look, there's 1-2 Arsenal players. That's what you're seeing down the field. And you think that's a good idea. You could have just knocked it out wide here into this massive gap and let him come and collect it. You could have done a million other things, but no, you do the one dumb thing that could concede you a goal. Serious problems at Manchester City, but let's move it on. This goal here from City is just real. It's just real class. It's just movement, smooth movement of way the players are flowing with the ball and with each other. Straight in here with Foden. This is a quality little take here. Watch this, just a little spin movement. And as he does it, he's looking onto the back post here for Haaland. Haaland's just bullied his defender here. I don't think it's Saliba. I'm not sure who's back here, but just bullies him. Absolutely bullies him. Half of me wants Haaland to go play for Real Madrid so I can watch what he would do with like Vinicius Jr., Mbappe and Bellingham and just see how many goals they can score in a season. It'd be fun. But yeah, floating the ball up to the back post, just inviting it to be attacked. Now, this is the interesting part as well, is stop pointing, because we know the rule. In the next 5 seconds, someone is going to score a goal. Get tighter on this ball and stop him being able to play the pass. Neither of these two players get close enough. Here, watch this. Get close enough to really block this. And not only does he not block it, he turns his body. If he kept himself strong and flat, it's a bigger surface than your shoulder. And he turns his shoulder and it goes straight past. Really, really easy. And now Haaland's just wrestling to do what Haaland does. Gets his chance, puts it into the net box. Let's move it on. Let's talk about more stupid passing decisions from Manchester City. I'm going to show you from the other angle because I've got no idea why he's trying to play this pass out there. It's clearly he's telegraphed it. He's taken a touch and he's looked and he's seen like that and he's shaping up his left foot. And then he's put nowhere near enough power into this pass to try to beat the player, which you can blatantly see. And he just runs down and smacks it into the net box. I mean, you can't be doing things like that at this level against a team like Arsenal. And Man City don't as well. Man City don't make these silly mistakes. But this season, they seem to just have pulled all of the mistakes from the last couple of seasons and just gone, we're going to do them all now. But yeah, so this is also worrying. If you watch this here, right, you can see he has no intention of trying to close that ball down. And if he does, yeah, the ball's going to get played in behind him. Well, we know that's going to be the case. But we've got covering defenders. You have to go towards the ball if nobody else is going to. You know you're going to get done by that. You accept it. You go, right, that's going to happen. If I do this, that's going to happen. Maybe the only way that having that ball go in behind doesn't happen is if I pressure the ball and maybe I stop the pass because I'm close enough. But if you don't go to the ball and you just let him have it, he gets to kick the ball in the goal for free. And that's what he does. It does take a deflection off John Stones, off his back and go in. But ultimately, it's because, well, there's no pressure on the ball. Look, he's just sitting there going, oh, mate, I'm just going to take my time, have a picnic. Now, actually, I think this is John Stones here. I think I'm not quite sure. It's a bit blurry. Decides he's going to go and pressure the ball because he's too worried about the player that doesn't have the ball. And you're seeing this more and more, and it all comes down to coaching, where they're doing all these little 2v1s. I can go on it forever. And the basic, simple things in football that you need to do to win football games are getting completely and utterly overlooked. If you want to know more about that, pay attention to my little coaching sessions that I do on Monday when I do little warm-up drills. And I'll let you into little insights of how coaches think and what they do and how their egos forget so many things that make them good. And they go on to, because they've learned something new on a coaching license, they think that's the thing I'm going to teach everybody instead of teaching them to go and pressure the football. So he gets his little shot off, takes a deflection, goes into the net box. Keeper's got no chance. Okay, this is another classic example of what I'm talking about of not being coached properly, being overcoached with bad ideas. 2 players, 1 Arsenal player. He's looking at the player, right? He's looking at the player. Nobody marks him. No one gets even close to him. He's just going to walk and kick the ball in the goal. No one's even close to him. Watch. He's going to tell the other guy, hey, have a look. You should mark him. You should mark him. Yeah, someone needs to mark him. You need to mark him. What are you doing? Go to him. What you can do is drop. So you see where he is right there. Blop, blop, blop. See that little line? Blop, blop, blop. Drop right there. And you can actually split the difference between him. And you can either go to him or him when the ball is played. Where you are is in utter no man's land. What you're looking to do is cut that pass out to that player over there that never ever comes. You can see what they're trying to do. And yeah, instead of just marking the player, doing the basics. Now when the ball's played into that little pocket, look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, making a box, and no one can pressure the ball because all of their actual body positions and starting positions are all completely and utterly wrong. Absolutely wrong. And he just walks down into the box. No one's, look, can't tackle him. It's still too late now. No pressure on the ball. Finds a little gap between the two Man City players and scores himself a nice little goal. Does it go in? Yeah, it does. Oh, I got the right one. Yeah, sorry. I thought we didn't score then. Well done, Cash. Let's move it on before I look stupid again. Okay, so this goal, it starts further on back. I'm not going to go over this, some of that because I want to show you this little thing here, right? If you're running a team or you've played football, you're looking at a simple 2v2. This is what you're looking at. You can see them here. 1, 2, 3, 4 players. That is definitely a 3. Right. So all these guys are looking to do here with the ball is take the space away from the guy on the ball, right? This guy here needs to back up this guy here because he's his point. So his job is to get back as fast as he can to this situation here to back him up. So if he goes past him, he can cover him, all right? This is basics that you teach under 9s, right? These two here are going to try to create an overlap to try to create the space here or go inside here and play the ball behind this player here. So the same thing is the problem. The same identifier is this space here. This is what the people on the ball are trying to exploit, either with a run around, a pass through, and me meet you there, right? That's how we're trying to do it because this guy is isolated here until he gets back. That's exactly what you're looking to do, right? So all this guy's got to do right here is run back to cover here because he needs to be able to, if the overlap happens, cut that space out. If that pass goes, cover for his teammate. That's what you're looking to do. This is basic 2v2s, right? Simple. This is what everybody would be learning before you're under 10s in the academy. As we move it forward, you can see they've chose option B, doing an overlap. And what has this guy chose to do? He's actively running away from the football. He's running this way instead of understanding that this is the space where the ball's going to end up getting played either 1 or 2 ways, because that's the only thing they're looking to do is exploit the space behind the pressure, behind the point pressure here. Doesn't even recognize it. He just runs away from that point. Look, off he goes. Oh no, now I need to come and cover over here. What did you think was going to happen? Like, what are you doing? I don't know what Pep Guardiola is coaching, but you know what? He needs an intervention because this is awful. Absolutely awful. Why are you running away? Who are you marking over here? Is there another football on the field that we don't know about? Like, it is so bad at this. These are supposed to be professionals. Like, it really is embarrassing. Off it goes, takes a touch and slots it into that box. Simple. Let's move it on. Okay, this is one of those other things. And the reason why I know it's overcoaching, right, is because the amount of coaching I've done, God, it's embarrassing how much I've been on the football field. You play teams all the time where you notice that the coach has taught them to do a certain thing and they've stopped playing. They don't know how to play football. When I say they've stopped playing football or they don't understand how to play football, what I mean is they don't run to go and put pressure on the ball. They don't actually try to run forward with the ball. All they're looking for is their cookie cutter, paint by numbers, passing lanes. They don't actually think for themselves. They can't. This is another classic example. Watch this defender right here. So here's the ball. Is that the ball? I think it's the ball there. And it's coming down right here. He's going to score it. He's just going to take a touch and smack it in the goal, basically. Right? Watch the defender. The defender is going to run past the person with the ball to get back into his shape. He's not even going to be interested in the football. It's a secondary thing. It's like, not even interested. Look, there's the touch. Right now you should be going straight to that football, trying to win the ball. I know you're not goal side, but you're trying to force his hand, trying to get him to do something, anything to get the ball away from the goal right now because, well, you're not in position. You're not ready. As we move this forward, let's see. Oh, there we go. Just moved it forward just a click. So he's moved from there. to there instead of towards the ball. And by the way, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. If he's gone there, that's fine. Now you can go towards the ball because you've gone back and you're level with him. You're not quite where I want you to really be because you're caught a little bit out of position, but you're there. Now you need a pressure because you're the only person on that side of the field that can go to the football. What does he choose to do? Drop, drop, drop. You can see there he is on the 18-yard line. Drop, 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 not go into the ball. So he's just sitting there going, well, thank you for not pressuring me or making my job difficult at all. I'm just going to take the ball now and just kick it into the far corner where everyone seems to be scoring against you today. And that's exactly what he does. Puts it into the far corner. It's that simple. Go to the ball, win it off him, and don't let that happen. We might have a title race if Arsenal keep winning. Other than that, we'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.